What's up guys, I'm Jimmy Chang, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Onewheel Pint. I know, the Onewheel Pint. I recently watched a video from CNET. They recently released a new hands-on impression of the Onewheel Pint, and it got me thinking. What we know of the Onewheel Pint since its release has been through a few promotional videos by Future Motion, and then also from a handful of YouTubers who've had a chance to ride it, such as Jesse Driftwood, the guys from the Moment channel, MKBHD, and the Dude Perfect team. Folks at Digital Trends and CNET have also had the chance to ride it. And we also know that Sly Dog Stroh recently flew out to Santa Cruz and was able to test out the Onewheel Pint. But video footage of the Onewheel Pint has been pretty limited. And so when CNET recently released this video footage of their hands-on impression, I thought it was really interesting and there were some take-home points. So some things that stood out to me, if you watch the Moment channel and those guys, when they initially ride the Pint, they describe the Pint as being squirrely.
All right, this is our first ride on the Onewheel Pint. So far, so good. Ooh, it is a little squirrelier.
Oh, it's so little.
So what does squirrely mean? When I think of squirrely, I think it's a little wobbly. Jack Mudd from Future Motion, he describes the Pint as being nimble, very nimble, being able to navigate in and out of traffic. This is because of its smaller size, the smaller wheel, and the more rounded contour. Jeff McCosker over at the Float Life, he went as far as swapping out the tire of his XR and replacing it with a pint-sized tire and testing it that way. So if you watch some of the Pint clips from the Digital Trends video, you'll see that when they ride it through Chinatown, it does not look super stable. I remember when I watched that thing for the first time, I was like, dang, that Onewheel Pint looks very unstable. Others had the same feeling, and so comments were rolling in. Why is this so unstable? And so you can see the comments for yourself from the Digital Trends channel. Now, to put everyone's minds at ease about the Onewheel Pint, the rider of the Onewheel Pint just said that he doesn't own one of these Onewheels and he's not super experienced. He also had traveled a long distance to test out this board, and so his legs were a little jet lagged. And so all these things added up to why he was so unstable on the board. So that put my mind at ease. I wasn't as worried about the board being unstable. Then the CNET video appeared, and when I watched it, there were a couple clips in there that looked like the board wasn't super stable. And so it got me thinking, you know, is this wobble issue a concern for the Onewheel Pint? Joseph Kaminsky, he is the CNET senior editor who rode the Onewheel Pint. He's no stranger to the Onewheel. He's the one that rode the Onewheel XR and reviewed that when they first announced that. And so in his review, he describes the Pint as being agile. So agile, nimble, wobble, squirrely. Should you be concerned about the wobble? Honestly, I don't think you need to be. And here's why. The Onewheel Pint has a smaller, more rounded contour to the wheel. It may take new riders a little bit longer to figure out how to get the hang of it and how to ride it, but I think this is a good thing. I anticipate new riders will take a little bit longer to figure out how to ride a Pint. Just because of that wobble, it'll take a little bit longer for them to feel comfortable on the board, but that time that it'll take for them to learn how to ride the Pint correctly will help them develop a sense of respect for the board, help them understand the dynamics of the board, and hopefully that'll help them from nosediving, from just jumping on, feeling, whoa, I can do this. You know, a lot of times I see folks that have snowboarding background, skateboarding background, they get on an XR, they say, wow, I can do this. This isn't bad. They feel comfortable on it right away. And then what's the next thing they do? They try to break speed records. And it's when they try to break speed records that the dreaded nosedive then becomes a big problem. So I think with the Pint, it's going to take riders a little bit longer to figure out how to feel stable on it at higher speeds. And I think that wobble, it won't be an issue once you figure it out. And as you're figuring it out, it's going to help you develop a respect for the board, a respect for your skills on the one wheel, and hopefully that will help keep you safe and help keep you from nosediving.
Yeah, it's way smaller.
It is. It's crazy. Like, it's like a mix of like filmmaking and getting to do a bunch of cool experiences. Like for Christmas, I was.
Yo, it's turnier.
Shredding trucks in the desert and early morning.
All right, these are sweet. We're in love. It's so much like car. It's like pumpier.